So, welcome everybody to our webinar. Today I'm really excited because we got a special guest today, who joins us straight from the European Google headquarters in Dublin. I'm grateful that I can spend the next half hour with you, and I really appreciate that you take time in your busy schedules to learn about Google Shopping and become even greater online marketers. I hope you can all see me and hear me. Please drop a thumbs up in the comments section or post if anything goes wrong. Today's topic is how to finish the holiday season stronger than ever with Google's best practice insights on shopping ads. This is highly relevant for everyone working with Google Shopping ads. As you can see, I'm joined by Sevna from Google, who will make a deep dive into Google's proprietary material. And I'm joined by David from adstrong, you cannot see, but who will take care of the chat and comment section. Feel free to post any questions or remarks you might have as comments, so that we ideally have some questions posted once the Q&A session starts. And on a personal note, this is only my second webinar, so bear with me if anything goes sideways. So without further ado, let's take a look at today's agenda. So in the next 30 minutes, we will cover the following content. I will briefly lay out why you should care about this content now. Then we'll do a short intro, and then Sevna will share established holiday trends that are especially relevant this year. And she'll talk about new trends that arose in 2023. Afterwards, Sevna will dive into Google's best practice insights on shopping ads during the holiday season. After this, we'll take a peek at valuable resources available to CSS providers during the holiday season. And finally, we'll close our webinar with some thoughts on shopping ads for when Christmas has passed, for when the race is finished, because after the race is before the race. All in all, this should take around 20 minutes, so that we have roughly 10 minutes left for Q&A. Okay, so why should you care about this content now in the middle of November? Is it not too late? No, it's not, because 2/3 of the holiday shopping season is still ahead. According to the holiday shopping study completed by Google, 67% of the holiday shopping was still ahead last year on this day, November 16th. And especially all the key sales dates like Black Friday and Cyber Monday is still to happen. So the biggest business still lies ahead. And we've picked the content, the best practices that we'll share that are easy and quickly to apply, so that the learnings of this webinar can still have a positive impact on your campaigns. Before we jump into the content, let's quickly introduce ourselves so that you know a little bit more about Sevna B and me, about your speakers today. So I would say, ladies first. Sevna, you want to start?
Yes, thank you, Ingmar. Hi, everyone. I'm Sevnur, and I work as a senior partner manager at Google for CSS Partner Program. Before joining Google, I have 12 years of digital marketing and e-commerce experience in various companies. That's the logos that you can see here, including Unilever, Oracle, Vodafone, and Hepsi Burada. Hepsi Burada is a Turkish marketplace. And adstrong is one of our premium CSS partners, and I'm so happy to be a co-presenter here together with Ingmar. And so I'm excited to share the peak holiday trends and actionable insights for you to get the most out of the season in 2023.
Perfect. Hi, thanks, Sevna. Hi, everybody again. I'm Ingmar. Before founding adstrong, I studied computer science and worked with McKinsey as a strategy consultant. And since 2007, I'm active as a serial entrepreneur. In 2011, I founded a large international price comparison network, which was a pure SEA player, and that was my entry into product marketing on Google. When the CSS program launched, we took our price comparison technology and basically changed our business model to suit the CSS world. adstrong was founded roughly 5 years ago, and today adstrong is one of the leading Google CSS premium partners with over 7,000 merchant centers in our ecosystem. We are also the leading white label CSS provider. Over 15% of all CSSs worldwide are run by us. So our customers include many CSS partners and even Google CSS premium partners. White label CSS means that we help our customers become Google CSSs themselves. And as you can see, since Sevna from Google is joining me in this webinar, our solution is completely Google policy compliant, and we focus on turnkey ready products with great support to help our partners grow their CSS business and get the most out of Google's CSS program. In our second business unit, we also offer managed CSS services to over 3,000 merchants. managed CSS means that we run complementary Google Shopping ads for merchants. So not as an agency who runs the shops campaigns, but as an independent affiliate partner who runs their own shopping campaigns for a performance-based enumeration. With a 7-digit monthly Google ad spend in the peak, we therefore know about the challenges and opportunities that arise with Google Shopping ads during the holiday season. Our customers are mostly brands and agencies, but also include tool providers like SEA tool providers and networks. And we are active throughout Europe with a focus on the DACH region and the UK. So now that you got a clear impression on who we are, Stefano can jump into today's content.
Yes, thank you again, Ingmar. So let's start by diving into the learnings from last year, 2022, which are still relevant for this year. As you can see here, the key sales days, including Singles Days, Black Friday, are still the key, most important sales day, shopping days. And also the post-Christmas period, as you can see here, 49% of customers agree that they have better deals available after the holiday season. And as interest in deals and discounts starts earlier and finishes later in the period, we can clearly see that the customer demand spreads broadly across the season. Last year, we also saw a big increase in demand during the week leading to Cyber Week, and some important post-peak echo with Black Friday being slightly below 2020. This shows the importance of capturing the demand and being visible for your merchants when customers are looking for your products even later in the season, because even after Black Friday, the interest in deals still continue. This year particularly, we expect even a stronger impact of the key sales days with macroeconomic indicators that I will share in the next section. What is expecting us in this year for the, let's dive into the trends in here that shows the macroeconomic trends. Persistent inflation in Europe consistently outpacing the wage growth, resulting in reduction of consumer disposable income. So what does this mean? Less disposable income results in less shopping and online shopping and stronger need for deals and key sales promotion days. We expect key sales date might play a stronger role than in previous years this year. Another result of this trend is, together with the consumers to be more price sensitive, they have more willingness to try to new shops and brands as well. Shoppers are open to different options. Shopping at different stores and buying different brands than they usually buy is also increasing trend. And this trend is even bigger in younger generations. And as you can see here, the 47% of people in UK tried a new brand or retailer in last year, but this number is even higher in the younger generations, in Gen Z and millennials. This 72% of them trying a new brand or a retailer. The moment once they are searching less brand is the best time to capture the demands of generic search. To show them your options is the best time. Brand searches increases during key sales dates and decreases after the key sales dates. So you should pay attention to this while making your campaign planning. So by brand searches, I mean searching for a brand name included, like Nike trainers, while generic search is a search without a brand, like best trainers to run.
So basically what you're saying is that people have less money to buy stuff, right? Because of inflation and the, let's say, recession. And therefore, they'll be even more dependent on sales dates and special deals. And they might also be willing to try out new brands and new shops, because only buying at the stores where they used to buy might not fit their purse, right? That's quite interesting.
Exactly. Now, let's have a look into how you can finish the holiday season stronger than ever by applying Google's best practice insights. If you are working with your merchants' campaigns budgets, make sure that first you evaluate the peak performance for previous years before making your allocation decisions for this year. Here, you can utilize the impression share report in Google Ads as a guidance. If you are looking into competitive positioning for your merchants, you can check auction insights reports in Google Ads. Lastly, optimizing bids and budget is the key for improving your performance. You can utilize optimization score reports, surfacing relevant recommendations for your merchants' accounts. And also, we recommend, please do not make any unneeded target changes. You shouldn't do intraday target changes in an attempt to try to correct the algorithm. Large target changes should only be made due to the business needs. If, for example, there is a change there is a major sudden change in conversion rate, which is above 30% in a very short period of time, which is less than 3 days, then you can adjust your targets manually or using seasonality adjustments. Otherwise, smart bidding will be able to handle the sudden changes in demand for you. And for the performance evaluation, don't measure daily ROAS during peak seasonality, as natural fluctuations happen day to day. Target ROAS optimizes to deliver your stated ROAS goals over a 30-day period. If you are making changes to setting on a regular basis, be sure to wait 1 or 2 conversion cycles to evaluate your performance.
So basically, the Google algorithm is very strong in a steady state or when things are changing with a normal speed. But in extreme situations, when sudden changes appear, the algorithm needs time to adapt, right? And by the time the algorithm has adapted or can take the data into account, the opportunity might already be over. So if I already know that a dramatic change, for instance, in conversion rate is about to happen, I can support the algorithm by adjusting the targets preemptively.
Yes,
right?
Only then you can do this. Thank you.
Okay.
And another important point for your performance is the product data. Product data is the key ingredient of good performance for shopping ads. Marketing maturity study shows 2 times revenue increase in good product and business data use. Second thing to keep in mind in here is consumers and what they want to see on Google. Consumers are impatient and demanding. That means what it means. And Google gives a chance to differentiate beyond price with the product annotations. Product annotations and badges are additional informations that may be displayed on the shopping ads or free listing product cards. They help your products to stand out and can help increase the performance of your offers. Let's take a look at some of the uplifts in CTR and CVR with these product annotations. So Google offers different types of annotations. The first one is the product ratings. Product ratings show the average rating of your products, which might lead up to 5% of CTR lift for your shopping ads. And merchant promotions that show your promotions that leads up to 28% of CVR uplift. And free listing and fast shopping options helps you to improve your CVR 2%. And sales price and price drop annotations helps you to increase your CTR by 7.6%. And finally, returns annotations helps you to increase your conversion value to uplift by 3%. So please make sure that you utilize them, especially during these key sales periods, to give a chance to your products to stand out in the competition, in the shopping ads. And of course, the price is one of the most important factors during this holiday season for the various reasons that we explained beginning of our presentation. And a quick but important reminder here, how retailers can highlight their deals. So first, you can use the promotions. For a percentage of or change or money off deals which applied at the checkout, free checkout is the promotions that you are providing. Free shipping as promotion, or might be also an example of a promotion as free shipping. Second one is the sales badge. That's simple strike-through price based on sales price attribute in the feed. Retailers fully can control this sales badge by themselves. And price drop badge, We additionally highlight to show any price drop in the products if we detect this original price has changed recently compared to the previous period. And for this batch, you don't need to do anything because the algorithm can detect it by itself. Another cool thing to catch the last-minute shoppers is fulfillment annotations. Fast and free shipping that we launched in Q3 this year in UK, France, and Germany. And we also have store pickups. We highly recommend to promote store pickup options on shopping ads, especially if you are online to offline retailer. It's very simple. Just you need to fill the form, set pickup method, and SLA.
Cool. Thank you, Sevna, for these insights and the related KPIs, which were especially interesting for me. I didn't know. I know that our team is paying a lot of attention to this because it really makes a difference in the performance. So if annotations is something you're not using to its fullest extent yet, really make sure to dive into that. It doesn't take a lot of time. And as we are the leading white label CSS provider, we'll now take a look and Sevna will give a short peek into Google's resources that are available exclusively to CSS providers.
Yes, thank you, Ingmar. So in this section, I will share what tools are available for the CSSs during the holiday season, or also like all time, but especially useful for this season, for this time of the year. So CSS providers get additional valuable benefits to win at this shopping ads. And here are the 3 key tools that CSS providers to leverage during this holiday season. The first one is the budget depletion tool. Budget depletion tool or report allows you to identify campaigns limited by budget in your portfolio and how the campaign's budget is spent throughout the day, hour by hour. This tool is only available to merchants for shopping ads through the CSSs. You can using this tool, you can find budget constrained campaigns during this period. And the second tool or the reports that we provide is vertical trend reports. We provide it monthly and just for the special days, hourly. And this is available in the Education Hub for all CSSs. And it provides insights on the top topics and categories and for top markets. Hourly trends report is also only available for the key days like Black Friday. And it enables see the trending categories in an hourly manner. Last but not least is the CSS Insights. CSS Insights reports dashboard provide all the CSSs that sign the NDA with Google. This dashboard allows you to find the best recommendations for your portfolio to increase your score of the campaigns and at the end, the campaign performance. Well, I hope this was a beneficial overview about the best practices for season finale from Google's point of view. Thank you so much for listening me and thanks Ingmar for having me. I will now pass it over back to Ingmar.
Okay, great. Yeah, thank you, Sevna. I want to quickly jump in and share some insights that we've made with our white label CSS solution and that are even more relevant during the holiday season. I mean, with annotations, we've seen how important small changes in shopping ads are, right? These small changes really have a big impact. And our white label solution lets you put your own brand into your shopping ads, right? Is the Buy CSS link, the highlighted Buy CSS link at the bottom of the shopping ads. And this is also a small change with a very big impact. We've onboarded a 3-digit amount of white label CSSs and have seen success stories from higher CTRs in the shopping ads to generated inbound leads for agencies. So you might have learned about this in my last webinar when I spoke about the strong performance improvements achieved by using an own CSS. And if you haven't had the chance to participate in the webinar, just let me know and I'll send you a link to the recording. So it's important to notice that the CSS name is more visible than the shop name. And therefore, the CSS provider benefits from massive branding. They can show their brand millions of times for free. This strengthens their business and generates leads. And the CSSs also get tons of traffic for free because clicks on the Buy CSS link don't cost money and they don't lead to the advertiser. They are for free and lead to the CSS page. 2 benefits that are especially valuable during the holiday season when the budgets are so high. So for the last part of our webinar, we are already at the 20-minute mark. So I want to quickly share some closing thoughts on what to do after all the presents have been bought. As Sevno has pointed out earlier, most people believe that there are better deals after Christmas than before, like when the shops are marking down and selling their own unsold stock. This is especially true with regards to self-gifting. So obviously, if I want to make sure that presents for my children or for my spouse are beneath the Christmas tree. But for the special thingy that I always wanted to buy for myself, I can wait a few days longer to get a better deal. So make sure to be prepared for that. Address these shoppers with suitable campaigns and deals while not messing up your deserved vacation, right? And lastly, what to do after my seasonal peak has passed. First and foremost, make sure not to waste money in unprofitable campaigns. Consider creating separate campaigns for leftover inventory that has been marked down. And keep ROAS targets to profitable levels or raise them to pre-sale levels. So this concludes today's content in our webinar. Thank you, Sevno, for sharing the Google proprietary insights with us today. And I recommend that we move to the Q&A section. Please post any questions or comments you might have on LinkedIn, and then Sevno and me can address them. There is a time delay in the streaming, so LinkedIn is, let's say, half a minute delayed. So don't wonder if we can only read your questions a little bit later. Yeah, let's see if we have something. While we are waiting, I obviously was thinking about what might be questions that come up. And so to fill the gap, I will just address 1-2 questions that I came up that might be relevant for you. One thing is basically, how much effort is it to adjust, to implement the annotations? And here, just from our experiences, implementing the annotations is quite quickly. Some annotations need to be done, or let's say the prerequisites to implement them needs to be either done in the feeds. So you have to have proper product data, which is important anyways. And some of the annotations need to be basically set up in the Merchant Center. And then if you have set it up one time, then basically your shopping ads are always upgraded. So this is really quick and easy, since we wanted to focus on solutions now in the middle of November, when you don't have time like to plan the holiday seasons as if it would be if we had this webinar in the summer. So we focused on best practices that can be quickly implemented. Apart from that, also something, since I cannot see any questions yet, I would just ask a question, Sevnor. So basically regarding the annotation, how does the Google system decide which annotations to show if there are several annotations that might be relevant?
Yes. So for the annotations, it is not a 100% guarantee that if once you implemented it for your products, so that will appear in every time in Google search. So the algorithm decides when and where they will show up. This might be sometimes by channel as well as in mobile or in desktop. But what we recommend is here to add as much relevant annotations as you can for your product, so that you can give the algorithm more chance for you to show these annotations for your products that appear at Google. But overall, the answer is the algorithm decides, and we cannot give 100% guarantee for every time that it show up.
Cool. Now that we've waited some time, the questions do come in. So now we have some questions in the backlog. Thanks. So Sevno, you spoke about 30% or more change in conversion rate. Regarding, I think this was with regards to when do you need to make a manual adjustment to the ROAS targets. So are there any general rule of thumb numbers other than conversion rate? So what kind of other changes could be on the horizon that I know, okay, this is too much for the Google algorithm. Now it makes sense to make manual adjustments.
So the conversion rate is really important, because we don't recommend to just check the impressions or clicks, for example. It is more like your performance. What's your goals? What's your ROAS? And how is it delivering out of this? So you need to measure the results based on your target ROAS. And if there is a really like a huge difference in the conversion, so that's why conversion is a more valuable metric in here. So there might be like more fluctuations in other metrics, but conversion is more relevant for your target goal. Or if there is another metric that you are targeting within your campaign, is the key metric, and there's a huge changes over 30% in that metric, then you might also like take it into account, but it should be conversion as more relevant in here.
Okay, then we have a question. How much effort is it to put the annotations in place? I preemptively answered it, so I was right on point there.
So maybe I can also add, it's not like too much. It's just for each annotation, there's also like a support article that how you can like edit on your merchant center. It's just a few quick steps that you need to follow. And it's not, of course, I cannot tell the exact amount required, but it's from the experience, it's not taking too long.
And also what we can do, I mean, in the slides, there are links which you could click to come to the resources of Google. Just send me a question on LinkedIn or send me a connect request on LinkedIn and say that you want to have the slide deck. We will send out the webinar recording, but if you also want to have the slide deck with the links included, just send me a message in LinkedIn and a contact request, and I will make sure that you get the slide deck, and then you have also the links to these resources. So then there was a question about slide 21. So let's go to slide 21. I read it to you, Sevnor, and then you can answer it. Yeah. Regarding fast and free shipping, which was launched in the third quarter in 2023. Do we need, therefore, to extend or adjust our existing product feed? Or is it automatically created by Google with the existing fields in the product feed?
So for this one, in order to participate in fast and free shopping, you need to provide the shipping data that indicates a product that can be delivered free and fast. So that means that you need to also like edit in this field and your product feed overall in order for us to do it. So yes, there needs to be a action to be taken in order to participate for you to provide this data, which products have this fast and free shipping information, and then you are participating. And for that also you can talk to your CSSs or Ingmar. I think you can help if they
you can always reach out to us or to me, no problem. We take care. So right now I don't see any more questions. So basically, I mean, and we are at the half hour mark. Sorry, not half minute mark, half hour mark. So I would say we conclude the webinar now. If you still have any questions or haven't seen them because of the time delay, just send me an email or a direct message on LinkedIn, and I will make sure to get your question answered. So thank you for participating. It was a pleasure having you, even though I can see you. I know that you're there. And I hope you were able to take massive value out of today's webinar. And I hope you'll be able to apply some of the learnings to your current business. If you do, please send us some feedback. It really makes us happy to see that our content is helpful, right? And as a thank you for sharing your time, I want to offer you that if you still have any questions about anything you heard today, questions about the CSS program, more complex topics about your specific situation that can't be properly addressed in this setup, or if you need links to any of the mentioned resources, or if you're interested in our white label CSS solution, just send me an email or send me a LinkedIn message, and we can jump on a call and discuss anything CSS related, because I can talk about this stuff all day, any day. I'm looking forward to your feedback, to your comments, and to your questions. And of course, I'm looking forward to seeing you in our next webinar in 2024. And until then, have an awesome time and a super successful holiday season.